tonight's action. This is Mike Bittner, and alongside me is Tom Hainline for our second game. The winner of this one will move into the championship game Monday night at 8 o'clock here at Celina Fieldhouse. The loser will meet Edgerton in the consolation game. And Tom, what do you think of the Rough Riders in the first game?
Very impressed. They rely a lot on their outside shooting, but they also rely on that full court press they have, and it's a very good press. Got a lot of layups off of it, a lot of easy baskets.
Of course, that was a tight game most of the way. St. Mary's led, I believe, 49-44, and then pulled away in the end. There's two fine players on that team, Nikki Myers, a sophomore, and Connie Hamburg. I believe she's just a junior this year.
Right.
And whoever wins this one's going to have a tough opponent Monday night.
I think so. St. Mary's looking really good.
Well, before we bring you tonight's second game action, Tom, how about giving us a list of our Channel 35 sponsors that make this broadcast possible?
Okay, we have Bruns Gant Tom Insurance, Mercer Savings Bank, Celina Wine Store, Pullman Bay, Olding Sports World, Ovisco, the sponsor of this tournament, by the way, Citizens Commercial Bank and Trust, Bob Newting State Farm Insurance, Society Bank, Paragon Insurance Agency, 3D Music Center, Wolf Tire, Bud's Chevy Olds Buick, Orchard Tree Restaurant, McKernan Brothers Vending and Wholesale, North Shore, Kentucky Fried Chicken, Casa Rodriguez, Stoner TV, Shell Food Mart, Reineke Mitchell, Ford, Lincoln Mercury, Huffy Bicycles, and Radio Shack of St. Mary's.
Okay, while we're getting our starting lineups on the court, we'll give them to you for Celina. The starting lineup, a 5'7" senior, number 22, Kelly Houts. A 5'3" junior at guard, number 24, Lisa Kanapke. A 5'8" junior at guard, number 30, Kelly Penorwood. A 5'8" senior, number 32, forward, Kelly Gingrich. And a 5'9" junior, number 44, the center, is Jody Gant. And for the Minster Wildcats, in the starting lineup tonight, a 5'9" senior, number 32, Renee Albers. A 5'3" senior, number 42, Jamie Brandewee. A 5'8" senior, Erica Meyer. A 6-foot senior, Jody Pringer. And number 34 is Leslie Reithman, a 5'10" freshman. So 4 seniors and a freshman in the Minster lineup, Tom.
And a little bit of height, too, as I noticed looking over the stat sheets here. Of course, about everybody's tall to Celina this year.
But that hasn't hampered the Bulldogs so far. Off to a real quick 6-1 start. They meet Minster tonight, 1-4. Pretty big win Tuesday night over the St. Henry Redskins. I know you saw that one, Tom. How did the Bulldogs look on Tuesday night?
Oh, they switched up the defenses a lot from the man-to-man to a half-court trap, falling back into the zone, and that really threw St. Henry off, because as I was noticing, St. Henry tended to play their man-to-man offense against even the zone and wasn't getting anybody open in the middle. So Celina playing a real tight zone.
Well, the Bulldogs defending champions of this tournament. They're just about ready to tip it off for Celina. 44, Jody Gant. For Minster, number 40, Jody Pringer at the center circle. Referee Howard Overman throws the ball up, and Celina has possession. Lisa Kanapke for the Bulldogs. It's like Minster in the 2-3 zone. Celina around the perimeter. Kelly Penorwood on the wing. Over to Lisa Kanapke. Drives the baseline, puts up the shot. Good. Nice baseline drive by Lisa Kanapke, and the Bulldogs take a 2-0 lead. For Minster, Erica Meyer brings up against Kanapke. Full court pressure by the Bulldogs. Little man-to-man. Pringer drives, and she'll get a foul before the shot.
Looks like it could have been on Kelly Houts. Yes, it was. Kelly Houts' first foul.
And a non-shooting foul. Minster takes it out underneath their own basket. Into Brandewee. Back out on top to Renee Albers. Albers looks over the Celina defense, goes into Pringer. Pringer looks, finds Erica Meyer. Meyer now drives into the lane, puts up a shot, gets the roll. Celina 2, Minster 2.
What a strong move by Erica Meyer. Strong girl.
And each team with a basket on their first possession. Now Penorwood over to Gant. Gant fires from the left side. It's good. Just inside the three-point arc. Bulldogs 4, Minster 2.
Well, I don't know how long Minster's going to want to stay in that zone against the Bulldog team. They got quite a few people that can shoot outside.
Renee Albers for Minster gets it to Meyer. Meyer drives again, slips it into the paint to Jody Pringer. Now back out to Meyer. Meyer cut off. Over to Renee Albers. Albers into Pringer. Pringer puts up the shot, rolls around, no good. Rebound down to Norwood. Kelly over half court quickly. Stops, drives into the lane. Forced up a shot. Minster comes down with the rebound, but Jamie Brandewee called for traveling.
Kind of a quick travel call there, too. I think she just hit the floor, and that was about it.
Kelly Gingrich out to Kanapke. Back to Norwood in the corner. Shot by Kelly. It's up
foul.
and good. Foul looks like after the shot.
That's on Renee Albers, her first.
So the Bulldogs get the ball out at the side. Celina 6 and Minster 2. Well, I'm not sure now, Tommy. They haven't put the points up on the board. Now they do. So the basket was good by Kelly Norwood, who has 4 early points for the Bulldogs. Now she gets a wide open shot on the right wing.
There she is again.
Nails it just inside the 3-point arc. Bulldogs 4 for 5 from the field as they take an early 8-2 lead against Minster. Now Erica Meyer into Pringer. Pringer to foul line, puts up the shot. It's good. 2 points for Jody Pringer.
That's a nice looking shot for a 6-foot girl.
Houts over to Norwood on the left wing. Out on top to Lisa Kanapke. Back to Norwood. Norwood looks over the still Minster 2-3 zone. Now Kelly Houts with the 3-point attempt. Rims in and out. Battle for the rebound. And we'll have a foul called on Kelly Norwood.
Norwood's first foul of the game.
Substitution for Celina. Number 12, Jill Laughlin, comes into the game. She replaces Lisa Kanapke, first substitution of the night. Score 5 with 5:41 to go in the first quarter. Celina 8 and Minster 4. Now Meyer looks over some half-court pressure by Celina over to Brandewee. Brandewee finds Pringer in the middle. Over to Meyer. Drives in the left side, puts up the shot, and she'll draw the foul from, looks like, Jody Gant.
That'll be Gant's first of the night.
Erica Meyer, we've seen her in this tournament for a few years now, Tom. Quite an active player on the offensive end for Minster.
Yeah, it's too bad she doesn't play for Celina. She's what we could use right now. Does a nice job penetrating, dishing off, getting the shot up.
Meyer with a pair of shots. She sinks the first one.
Like I told you earlier, for the pregame, I had Erica on my AAU team a few years back, and she's just an outstanding person, and she's just going to give you all the whole game.
Meyer sinks both shots, cuts Celina's lead to 8-6. Jill Laughlin goes behind her back over to Kelly Norwood. Norwood finds Houts on the right wing. Houts looks inside, now goes back to Gant in the corner. Gant with the skip pass to Laughlin. Out on top to Norwood. Minster a little bit more active in their zone defense right now. And Houts tried to go underneath to Gingrich, picked off by Pringer, and Gingrich with the foul.
Kelly getting a little aggressive back there behind the ball. Got the turnover, and she wanted to try to get it back for the Bulldogs and just got caught reaching over the back.
Be the 4th team foul on Celina, just 1 on Minster. Bulldogs leading 8-6. And Meyer looks over the defense, gets it to Brandewee on top. Brandewee to Lisa Reithman. Now to Meyer on the right baseline. Meyer shot just a little bit long. Rebounded by Minster, and then the shot missed by Renee Albers, and Jody Gant brings it down for Celina. To Gingrich on the left, and to Norwood in the corner. Now back to Kelly Houts. Finds Norwood. Norwood drives to the lane, puts up the shot. Good. Winning 6 points for Kelly Norwood, and Celina with a 10-6 lead as we count down near the halfway point of the first quarter.
Looks like Celina in a little bit of a zone of their own there. Rebound Gant.
Renee Albers with the air ball for Minster. Now the Bulldogs up quickly.
Nice pass.
Kelly Houts with a shot. Norwood with the rebound up off the glass, and good. 8 points for Kelly Norwood. The junior looks like another good scoring night. Kelly's got started here as the Bulldogs take a 12-6 lead over Minster. Meyer spins at the top of the lane. Brandewee into Pringer. Pringer cut off. Meyer drives into the lane, puts up a shot, bounces out. Jill Laughlin with the rebound for the Bulldogs. Laughlin cut off by Meyer, gets it over to Houts. The left side to Norwood. And in the corner to Kelly Gingrich. Back out to Laughlin, on top to Jody Gant. Norwood on the right side. Corner to Kelly Houts.
Celina doing a good job of rotating their players around, passing the ball, screening away.
Shot by Kelly Gingrich, just a little bit long, and Jamie Brandewee at 5'3", the shortest player on the court, comes down with the rebound. Now Meyer out on top of the three-point attempt for Minster, slides off the rim, and Jody Gant yanks down the rebound. Now Houts to the right wing, cut off by Meyer to Gingrich. Over to Norwood on the left side, three-point attempt by Kelly. Goes a little long, then high off the basket support, and out of bounds to Minster.
Substitution coming in for the Bulldogs. Lisa Knapke coming in for Kelly Houts. Did you catch the Minster one?
And for Minster, number 30, Angie Addington, and number 14, Mary Tiemann, another freshman, into the lineup for the Wildcats.
Here we got a little half-court trap action again. Celina mixing up those defenses quite frequently.
Tiemann, the freshman, gets trapped by Laughlin and Knapke, but gets out of it. Now Pringer drives against Gant, put up the shot too hard, and Norwood with the weak side rebound. Kelly gets to the foul line, over to Kelly Gingrich. To the left wing, now Knapke on top. Minster still in the 2-3 zone. Norwood drives the right wing, puts up the shot, bounces in and out, and Pringer with the rebound for Minster. 2 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Celina 12, Minster 6.
Celina back to 2-3 zone.
Albers on the left wing for Minster looks inside to
throws the ball away.
Skip pass to Erica Meyer, and she tried the touch pass, but
Jody Gant. Oh, sorry, Mike.
Well,
go ahead.
Well, as Meyer got to pass the player inside, turned around to rebound, and when Erica tried to throw it into her, went out of bounds, so turnover to the Bulldogs.
Okay, the substitution there was Jody Gant was coming out, and Jenny Wagner coming in for the Bulldogs.
Knapke with the ball on the right wing for Celina, down in the corner to Gingrich. Gingrich looks inside, then goes back out to Laughlin. Laughlin drives. Now Norwood with the shot from out on top. Kelly steps just inside the three-point line and nails the two-pointer. Meyer finds Pringer inside. The ball skips off her hands, and second straight turnover on Minster. Ball out to Celina. The Bulldogs lead 14-6. Lead up to 8 points now with 1:11 seconds to go here in the first quarter. Norwood looks to drive on the right baseline, cut off by Pringer. Back to Kelly in the corner. Finds Lisa Knapke with the skip pass. Knapke with the shot, no good. Norwood fights for the rebound, comes down with it, drives in, puts up the shot, off the glass, no good.
Almost got another rebound.
Just about.
Nobody boxing Norwood out at all.
Kelly's pretty active on the boards and on the offensive end here so far. Has 10 early points, so Celina leads 14-6. A couple substitutions for Minster. Number 44, Chris McFeely.
Number 50, Jesse Pringer, I believe.
Yep. And Pringer just into the game. Yep. We'll call the foul on the other side on number 22, Erica Meyer.
Be Meyer's first foul.
And it'll send Kelly Gingrich to the line for a chance at 2 shots.
Kelly Houts comes back into the game, and Jody Gant believes coming in for the shooter, Kelly Gingrich, here in just a second.
Kelly Norwood takes a seat with 44 seconds to go here. Kelly off to a hot start with 10 points in the first quarter.
For Minster, Jamie Brandewee comes back in for Erica Meyer, giving her a rest break.
Gingrich with a pair at the foul line, eyes the first one. Off the back of the rim, no good. Celina 14, Minster 6. Gingrich with the second attempt. That one's good. Celina leads 15-6, and Kelly will get a rest on the bench here as Jody Gant returns to the game.
Oh, looks like Celina's going to try that half-court trap again.
Been pretty effective. They've got a couple Minster turnovers here in the last minute, but this time the Wildcats break it. Brandewee gets an open shot, misses. Teeman rebounds, puts up a shot, goes in and out. But the foul will be against the Bulldogs for 22.
Kelly Houts for second.
That'll send Mary Teeman to the line. Teeman, a 5'7" freshman. First shot spins out. Celina 15, Minster 6.
Kelly Norwood coming back in for Kelly Houts. Good move by Coach Klaus. I was getting worried about that.
Well, not only did Houts have 2 fouls, but this puts Celina's big offensive threat back into the game for the final 33 seconds. Teeman's second shot banks off the backboard and spins out, and Jody Gant brings down the rebound. Now Gant out on top, finds Norwood. Bulldogs probably will play for one shot here. Kanapke on top, over to Laughlin. Laughlin finds Norwood. Down to 15 seconds. Gant to Kanapke. The corner to Laughlin. Laughlin puts up the baseline shot. Too long. Gant chases it down. 10 seconds to go. Back out front to Kanapke with a shot. Off the front of the rim and no good.
Bulldogs taking a little bit too quick of shot there. I'm sure Coach will talk to Joe Laughlin about that. He'd probably liked it down to about 6-7 seconds yet on the clock for a chance for a rebound if it missed, and she was taking one, I think, about with 12 seconds on the clock.
Well, the Bulldogs get 3 shots in the final 15 seconds, but none of them drop. And after the first quarter, it's Celina 15, Minster 6. Tama, how about a little, you got a scoring summary there for the first quarter?
Out of those Celina 15 points, Kelly Norwood has 10 of those. And hitting the boards quite well also. I have her for 4 rebounds already, and she's committed 1 foul. Lisa Kanapke with 2 points, no fouls. Kelly Houts has 2 fouls, so she might be setting on the pine, unfortunately. Kelly Gingrich, 1 free throw, 1 foul. Jody Gant, she has 2 points and 1 foul and 3 rebounds. For the Minster Lady Wildcats, Erica Myers has total 4 points, 2 free throws, and a field goal and 1 foul. Jody Pringer, 2 points. And that's it.
The Bulldogs playing their second straight Midwest Athletic Conference opponent and 3rd of the year. Right now, the Bulldogs' own wins over Fort Recovery and St. Henry, looking to make it 3 as Erica Meyer hits the shot from the right wing and cuts Celina's lead to 15-8.
Meyer with 6 out of their 8 points already. They need to get the ball to her a little bit more.
Laughlin tosses it in at Gingrich, back to Norwood. Norwood with the long-range shot, and Kelly's good from 16 feet.
I think Coach Stetschel would want to be going to a little bit of man-to-man here. Celina's just eating up this 2-3 zone.
Well, either that or a boxing one or something on Norwood.
Exactly.
She's tearing them up right now.
No one's been near her all night, and we're not boxing her out either, so.
Shot by Brandewee on the right wing, spins out, and Gingrich pulls down the rebound.
Nice box out by Kelly Gingrich.
It's been 1 shot and out for Minster most of the time. Jody Gant on the left wing. And out front to Lisa Kanapke. Over to Joe Laughlin. Norwood. Norwood drives to the foul line, throws out to Laughlin. Laughlin with the shot from the left wing, and that's good. And Celina's lead now 11, 19-8.
I got to give the sophomore a little confidence next time. Back to the man-to-man by Celina.
Brandewee now on the right wing, looks inside to Pringer. Pringer with the shot, no good, and Norwood with the rebound, her 5th. Kelly up quickly to the top of the circle, spins into the lane, stolen by Meyer. Meyer going in for the layup. Just about too hard off the rim, but gets it to fall, and Minster now with 10, Celina at 19. The Bulldogs up by 9. Gant with the shot from the wing, just inside the 3-point line, and the Bulldogs hot from the perimeter. Celina 21, Minster 10. 6 minutes to go here in the second quarter, and the Wildcats call a timeout. What do you think, Tom? Maybe talk about a little man-to-man here.
I would think so. They got to change something. They're just picking apart from the outside. And on the other end, Celina mixing up their defenses. Just before the timeout, I heard Coach Klaus yell the half-court trap back to the 2-3 zone this time. So they're going to have another look, a different look this time for Minster. So they're going to have to change not just defensively, but offensively as well.
Well, the Bulldogs have always been a team that used a variety of defenses. I think this year it's even
more so
because not a whole lot of size. They've got to use their quickness and kind of mix teams up, and so far it's worked this season. Off to a 6-1 start already. Pretty impressive year for the Bulldogs, considering.
A lot of people talk bad about it, but I was listening to Jack's commentary on K94 when I was coming in today, and he was saying that these girls are so intelligent. That's what puts them apart from some of the teams he's had in the past even. He doesn't have a lot of size out there. He has girls that are smart and are going to work hard and can adjust to things quickly, and that's a big part of the game, adjusting. Coaching the 8th grade team, I know how hard adjustment is.
Pringer with the shot from the block for Minster, but it's just short, and Gant with another rebound for Celina. Stops at the top of the circle down to Houts. Now Knappe into Gingrich. Bulldogs moving the ball well. Norwood now. Ball deflected. Nope. They'll say pass went out of bounds off the Bulldogs, and turnover to Minster.
Well, that's the first time I've really seen Celina out try to take the ball inside too to Kelly Gingrich. Of course, they collapsed on her and she had to kick it back out. But there's been quite a few people open there in the middle.
Well, Minster gives it right back to the Bulldogs as the Wildcats commit another turnover. Celina leading 21-10, 5 minutes, 30 seconds to go here in the second quarter. Well, Minster stayed in the zone defense, Tom. A little bit of surprise, but I'm sure the Bulldogs don't mind.
I'm sure they don't either.
Knappe drives and finds Panorwood. Panorwood with the three-point attempt, but it's off the rim and no good. Meyer over half court for the Wildcats. Looks inside to Pringer. Ball bounces around, picked up by Panorwood, and Joni Gant comes out with it. Finds Houts wide open on the baseline. Shot by Houts is up and good. And the Bulldogs keep stroking it from the perimeter. Now 23-10.
Well, that must tell me that Coach Stutschole doesn't rely too much on the man-to-man or doesn't have too much confidence in it.
Now Brandewie out front for Minster, drives to the foul line, finds Meyer. Meyer looks to drive against Knappe. Now spins in the lane, throws it back out to Brandewie. Brandewie with the shot, falls short. Kelly Gingrich with the rebound. Now Gant comes out with it for the Bulldogs. Up quickly. Cut off by Brandewie. Over to Panorwood. Houts and Knappe into Gingrich in the lane.
Kelly didn't realize how open she was there. Another opening in the middle by Panorwood, and it's up and good.
Cuts in the lane, and a nice pass by Kelly Houts. As she slipped it right to her, Kelly got it off the glass. And another two for Panorwood. Bulldogs 25, Minster 10. Pringer with the shot for Minster. Short. Albers with the rebound. Now back out to Brandewie. Meyer at the top of the key with a three-pointer. 3 points for Erica Meyer as she gets that one to go. Bulldogs up by 12, 25-13. Just inside the 4-minute mark of the second quarter. Bulldogs looking to move into the championship game of the Ovisco Classic. Kelly Gingrich with a shot. It's blocked by Jody Pringer. And now Minster with a chance to cut the lead down to 10. Meyer with the three-point attempt. Second in a row for Erica. Erica Meyer lighting it up here with 6 quick points for the Minster Wildcats. They cut the lead to 25-16. Now Houts for Celina, the shot from the right wing. That one just a little too long. Nobody boxes out for Norwood. And Kelly can't get the shot to go down.
Kelly smiling. That was a bunny. She missed it. She's been hitting all the hard shots, missed the easy one.
Now Meyer looks to drive, and she'll be blocked by Knappe. Foul on the Bulldogs will be their 6th team foul. So Minster not in the 1-on-1 yet, just 2 team fouls on the Minster Wildcats.
Well, Erica Meyer really trying to take control of this game for the Minster Wildcats. Doing a nice job coming down, hitting a couple threes, penetrating. Being the general on the floor right now.
Check the lineups right now for Celina. Jenny Wagner, Jill Laughlin, Kelly Penorwood, Jody Gant, and Kelly Houts. Meyer from Minster throws it out front. Norwood with the pickoff, in for the layup.
Oh, missed another one.
Laughlin battles for the rebound, but
I think Kelly thought she was going to get hit that time, and she pulled up for the jumper instead of taking the left-handed layup. Just bounced off the glass too hard.
Brandwee into Meyer. Meyer looks to drive. She'll get hacked on the arm by number 44, Jody Gant. Erica Meyer with 14 of Minster's 16 points.
Yep.
She'll be at the line for a chance for 2 more.
I'm glad Erica's having a good night, but too bad against Celina. She's a great kid.
Meyer gets the free throw to go for her 15th point. Now she'll get a chance for the second. That one bounces off the rim, and Jenny Wagner down with the rebound. Celina 25, Minster 17. Down near the 2-minute mark. Norwood finds Gann on the left wing over to Laughlin. Norwood on top. Bulldogs looking inside. Wagner and Gant working. Now Gant on the left wing. Finds Laughlin. Back to Norwood on top. Finds House underneath. And Kelly gets called for traveling. Turnover on the Bulldogs, and Minster. Erica Meyer brings it over close to half court. Bulldogs back in the trap. Meyer brings it across. Cut off by Laughlin and House, but she gets it away to Angie Addington. Now Meyer looks to drive again, gets in the lane.
Oh, what a shot by Erica Meyer. Cuts through the lane, puts in a one-handed run and jump shot, and gets fouled. It goes in.
Splits a couple defenders and almost horizontal when she put that one up, but gets the roll. Kind of landed on her shoulder, but she'll be at the line for a chance for a 3-point play.
I was so excited I didn't see who fouled her, but it looks like it was Jenny Wagner with her first.
And Meyer with the free throw gets it to roll for the 3-point play. Meyer with 18 points, 18 of Minster's 20 as the Wildcats cut Celina's once 11-point lead down to 5. Now Norwood moves the feet, gets called for the travel. Kelly just a little too quick looking for the drive, and that
Coach Klaus not real happy taking a timeout right now. He knows he's almost getting beat here by one person.
It's true. Erica Meyer with 18 points already. Kelly Penorwood with 14 for Celina. As the Wildcats, after that timeout, kind of come back here on the Bulldogs, Tom.
Yeah, very impressed. They're picking up a little bit on the defensive pressure. Celina not handling the ball quite as well as they did in the first half. Looking inside once in a while, you know, ball's getting batted around. Getting one shot at the basket this quarter, even though Minster's sticking with that zone, which is surprising me. But really, Minster's just doing the job on the offensive end. They weren't hitting the shots. We're having one shot in the first quarter, and Celina getting the rebound. Now, Erica Meyer is just taking control of the game for the Wildcats. She's penetrating, putting up shots. She's hitting them outside. Celina not really adjusting and sticking on her like they should.
Well, Meyer hit a couple big 3-pointers from out on top of the key, and she got the defense to come to her. The last couple times down, she's been able to drive past them, get into the lane for shots. Last time a 3-point play, and now Celina leads just 25-20. Over to Meyer. Pass just too wide and out of bounds. Turnover to Celina.
Celina coming out in the 2-3 zone that time, but knowing where Erica Meyer was that time.
Laughlin to Norwood on the left wing. Kelly drives back out to the top, finds Wagner on the left block. Shot by Houts from the left wing off, and Addington with the rebound for Minster.
Celina sticking in the zone this time, down again.
Mary Tiemann, the freshman, drives against Norwood. Cut off, finds Addington. Now to Meyer on the left wing. Meyer with the shot closely guarded for Norwood. Kelly active on the boards again, comes down with the rebound.
Nice pass ahead to Laughlin. Laughlin gets it stolen by Meyer. And Meyer must have stepped out of bounds in the corner.
Hey, Eric Meyer, real impressive performance here in tonight's second game. Houts gets it into Wagner. Out to Laughlin. Back to Houts in the corner. Now to Jody Gant. Gant looks to drive, cut off the foul line to Norwood for the three-pointer. No good. Gant with the rebound, puts it back up off the glass and good.
It's good hustle by Jody Gant. That was her 5th rebound and paid off. Scores 2 for 6 total points.
First points for the Bulldogs in a while as they go up 27-20. Now just 23 seconds to go here in the first half. Minster with the turnover. Gant with the ball into Wagner. Norwood comes up with it, down to 16.
Well, Celina's going to play for one shot here.
Down to 10. Laughlin over to Gant.
Not going to take such a quick shot this time. Klaus must have talked to him at that last. The foul.
Just 2.2 seconds to go. Kelly Houts trying to drive on the left wing. Put up the shot. She'll be fouled by number 30, Angie Addington.
It's Addington's first foul of the game. Subs coming in for Celina. It's like Kelly Gingrich and Lisa Knapke.
Gingrich comes in for Gant. It'll be Knapke for Houts. It's Kelly at the line for a pair of foul shots. Looking to build Celina's lead to 9 points at halftime. Houts with the first shot. Swishes that one. Celina 28, Minster 20. And now Houts with the second. Misses that one. Pringer down with the rebound for Minster. Stolen away by Laughlin, but the buzzer rings and our halftime ends with the Bulldogs up 28-20. After one quarter, Celina led 15-6. Minster got hot in the second quarter behind Erica Meyer, the 5'8" senior, hit a couple three-pointers, also got a three-pointer the conventional way. Minster outscores Celina 14-13 in the second quarter. Our halftime score, Celina 28, Minster 20. And now we'll take a break for 5 minutes and then come back and give you some halftime statistics and then second half action. Lead over the Minster Wildcats in tonight's first game. St. Mary's was a 67-45 winner over Edgerton. The winner of this game will move into the championship game on Monday night here at Celina Fieldhouse to meet the St. Mary's Rough Riders. The loser will meet Edgerton in the 6 p.m. first game. And now here's Tama with a rundown on our first half scoring.
For the Celina Lady Bulldogs, Jill Laughlin with 2 points. Kelly Houts, 3 points. Lisa Knapke, 2 points. Kelly Norwood, 14 points. Kelly Gingrich, 1 point. And Jody Gant with 6 points. For the Minster Lady Wildcats, Erica Meyer doing it all. Out of their 20 points, she has 18 of those. And Jody Pringer rounding out the scoring with 2 points.
Well, the first quarter, Celina took a 15-6 lead. In the second quarter, Minster got untracked offensively. At least Erica Meyer got untracked offensively. The Wildcats outscore Celina 14-13 in the second quarter. Celina still up by 8 at halftime. The Bulldogs 6-1 on the season, looking to go 7-1. Minster looking for just its second victory, and the Bulldogs looking to move into the championship game of the Ovisco Classic. Of course, the Bulldogs were the champions last year when they beat St. Mary's. And Tama, I guess to do that, they have to control Erica Meyer a little bit. What strategy do you use? Do you let Erica Meyer get her points and keep shutting down everybody else, or do you try to put a collar on her a little bit too?
I think that's going to be Coach Klaus's philosophy. Of course, you know, he wants the girls to play good defense and just not let Erica do anything she wants to out there. But he's going to stick with his game plan. And that's just going to be, you know, change the defenses, keep everybody else shut down, keep them off the boards, and just do what the Bulldogs know how to do best. Change defense, play your offensive game, and if Coach Stetscholde sticks with that zone, I think the Bulldogs are looking for a victory here.
Well, before we get started with second half action, we'd like to thank our Channel 35 sponsors who make each and every broadcast here on Channel 35 possible.
Brunsgant Tom's Insurance, Mercer Savings Bank, Celina Wine Store in Pullman Bay, Olding Sports World, Ovisco, sponsor of this tournament, Citizens Commercial Bank and Trust, Bob Newting State Farm Insurance, Society Bank, Paragon Insurance Agency, 3D Music Center, Wolf Tire, Bud Chevy Olds Buick, the Orchard Tree Restaurant, McKerner Brothers Vending and Wholesale, North Shore, Kentucky Fried Chicken, Casa Rodriguez, Stoner TV, Shell Food Mart, Reineke Mitchell Ford, Lincoln Mercury, Huppy Bicycles, and Radio Shack of St. Mary's.
Okay, here we go in the third quarter for the Bulldogs. It's Lisa Knapke, Kelly Houts, Kelly Gingrich, Kelly Penorwood, and Jody Gant. For Minster, Erica Meyer, Jody Pringer, Jesse Pringer. Shot by Knapke goes off, and the rebound to Jody Pringer, setting the starting lineups for Minster. Also number 34, Leslie Reithman, and number 32, Renee Albers. Now into Jody Pringer. Pringer with the turnaround shot. Gets the roll, lead down to 6. Celina 28, Minster 22.
Minster doing a nice job that time, posting up Pringer inside. Just a nice little turnaround jumper.
Well, Minster extends the zone a little bit, but they're still in it. Pass by Knapke, intercepted by Leslie Reithman. And now Minster with the opportunity to cut Celina's lead down to 4. And Erica Meyer on the drive. She's cut off by Lisa Knapke, and Knapke whistled for the foul.
That'll be Knapke's second foul tonight.
Nobody really in foul trouble here as the second half starts. Nobody with more than 2 fouls. That'll be the first team foul of the half on Celina.
Celina going with man-to-man now.
Renee Albers with the shot for Minster off the rim, and Kelly Houts gathers in the loose ball. Gingrich over the half-court line to Penorwood, to Knapke in the corner. Ball stolen away by Erica Meyer. Meyer on the drive, crosses over, gets by Penorwood, puts the shot off too hard, but rebounded by Pringer. Rebounded again by Pringer. Gets the second one to fall. Jody Pringer, the rebound basket for Minster, cuts Celina's lead down to 28-24.
Well, Pringer should be dominating the boards. She's the tallest player on the floor, 6 foot tall. No reason she shouldn't be in there every time like that.
Norwood looks to drive, but she slips, and Meyer comes up with the ball. Drives in on the basket, puts it up off the glass. And Coach Klaas wants a timeout here for the Bulldogs as Minster cuts the lead to 28-26.
Well, Celina just getting a little bit rattled, not handling the ball well. Kelly Penorwood slipping, falling on the floor. Seems like little bad things like that. A few of them happened in a row, and Coach is just going to take a timeout, get them settled down a little bit.
Well, at one point, the Bulldogs in the second quarter led by 11 points. Minster with the first 6 points here in the second half cuts the lead down to 28-26. What do the Bulldogs have to do to get on track a little bit here offensively, Tama?
Well, I think what Coach is doing right now, taking the timeout, just calming them down a little bit. I think they're feeling Minster starting to breathe down their necks and just getting a little bit rattled out there. Timeout in itself will help a lot, I'm sure. Kelly Penorwood knows she made a couple mistakes. She's going to come out with vengeance probably in her eyes this time and regroup everybody and get them back on track. A little bit of a defensive adjustment for Minster. I really don't think that's what's rattling Celina, however. It looks like a 1-2-2. Pringer being very active up on top, taking all the cutters inside, so Celina has to look to handle the ball a little bit more on the outside. Another steal there by Erica Myers.
Meyer with the steal and drives in on Knapke. The shot just a little bit short off the front of the rim. Knapke keeps a rebound position, and Meyer going back after the ball gets whistled for the foul.
It'll be Meyer's second foul. Jill Loughlin comes in for Lisa Knapke.
Bulldogs trying to get something going here on the offensive end. They're scoreless in the second half so far. First 2 minutes as Minster's cut the lead down to 28-26. Houts for the Bulldogs. Finds Penorwood out front. Kelly drives to the free throw line. Houts on top, over to Jody Gant. Back to Penorwood. Penorwood looks to drive to the side of the lane. Gets the hop, skip, and a jump, and puts up the shot. Gets it to roll, and the Bulldogs build the lead back to 4, 30-26.
Actually, that time that zone looking more like a 1-3-1, actually, than a 1-2-2.
Now Penorwood with the steal for the Bulldogs goes in on Renee Albers, puts up the shot, She'll get the foul from Albers, and Kelly will go to the line and a chance for 2 points from the stripe.
I guess my prediction was right. Norwood's coming out with a vengeance.
The Bulldogs return the favor here a little bit. They get the steal on the defensive end. Norwood with the opportunity to turn the turnover into a couple points from the foul line. Celina up 30-26, 5:27 to go in the third quarter. Kelly with the shot, gets it to go.
Kelly's first free throw tonight. The other night, I believe she was 7 for 7. It's incredible.
17 points for Norwood, now 18 as she gets the second one. Bulldog lead now up to 6, 32-26.
Back in the 2-3 zone.
Albers over to Erica Meyer. Meyer looks to drive, gets to the foul line, up now to Jody Pringer. Pringer with the shot off the glass, gets it to roll.
Pringer coming out to play in the second half.
Pringer with 8 points now for Minster. Jody Gant out front for Celina, gets it over to Norwood. Kelly looks to drive, gets all the way to the basket, off the glass, and good. Not a real quick drive by Kelly, but she kind of picked her way, and when she got down to the glass, found herself wide open, put it up, good. And now Meyer tries the three-pointer back the other way, but the rebound by Renee Albers. She gets the shot to go. The score, Celina 34, Minster 30. Now Laughlin over to Norwood. Norwood looks inside, finds Jody Gay with a slick pass down the lane.
I knew that was going to happen. The one backside girl for Minster, she was clueless to where the player was behind her. I saw that about 2 times ago down the floor, and Celina just failed to see it.
Well, Reithman with the shot for Minster couldn't get it to go, and Jody Pringer gets called for the foul on the rebound. Just be the first foul on Pringer.
Have Angie Addington coming in for the Wildcats, along with Jamie Brandley.
Taking a seat are Renee Albers and Leslie Reithman. Now Jill Laughlin for the Bulldogs, cut off by Meyer. Finds Houts. Houts over to Gant. Laughlin open underneath, but Pringer gets there quickly. Laughlin gets the shot though.
Little Jill inside.
Challenges Jody Pringer, the 6-foot senior, gets it to go off the glass, and the Bulldog lead back to 8, 38-30. Addington out front for Minster, gets it to Meyer. Bulldogs in the man-to-man. To Pringer at the foul line. Brandwee and then Meyer. Meyer looks to drive.
Nice
gets it inside, dishes it off to Jody Pringer. And Jody Pringer now in the double digits with 10 points. Celina 38, Minster 32, 3 minutes, 20 seconds in our third quarter. Kelly Houts on the wing for Celina, backs away as Addington pressures. Into Gingrich, then back to Gant on the baseline, cut off. Laughlin sneaks in for the rebound, tied up, but gets it out to Gant. Gant with the shot from the wing. Swish from the wing for Jody Gant.
Jody Gant with 10 points. She hasn't gotten a lot of shots off. She's been very effective though on those that she has gotten off of.
And the Wildcats go back inside. Jody Pringer, she gets the shot to spin around the rim and fall. 12 points now for Jody Pringer.
Minster must have a rule. Only one person can score each quarter.
Well, Pringer's been the big threat here for the Wildcats in the second quarter. Now Norwood drives in the lane, cut off, shoots it over to Gingrich, or Houts. Houts with the shot, no good. Pringer with the rebound. Now Meyer up quickly, drives along the left side, and she'll get a slap on the wrist from Kelly Gingrich.
Gingrich's second foul.
Celina 40, Minster 34, 2:26 to go in the third quarter. Erica Meyer with 20 points. She's got 2 here in the third quarter. Finished halftime with 18. And she'll be at the line with an opportunity for 2. Second team foul on the Bulldogs in the second half. 3 on Minster. First shot for Meyer, too hard. She eyes the second. That one's up and in, and cuts Celina's lead to 5. Bulldogs 40, Minster 35. Norwood with a three-point attempt. It's off the back of the rim, and Leslie Reithman chases it down in the corner for Minster.
He's about 2 steps behind the three-point line on that one.
Celina man-to-man. Double team on Pringer, but she gives it over to Addington. Addington with the left-handed shot, way too long, and Jody Gant grabs the air ball. Now Norwood up to the left-handed dribble,
Nice
fires it down to Laughlin. And Laughlin gets it to dance over the front of the rim and down. Celina 42, Minster 35. Bulldogs back up by 7. Addington on the wing for Minster. Looks for the shot against Houts. Houts pokes it away, and it'll go out of bounds off Celina. Well, the Bulldogs have done a good job on Erica Meyer here in the 3rd quarter. Held her to 3 points.
Oh, meant to be a skip pass from Meyer.
And Jody Pringer.
Being 6 foot, she was in the way, so she caught it, tries to put up the shot.
She snagged it, put up the shot. It was no good. We'll have a foul on the rebound. Be the 4th team foul on Minster. And that one goes against Leslie Reithman, the 5'10 sophomore. And Jody Pringer will take a seat on the bench for the Wildcats. As Mary Tiemann, number 14, and number 50, Jessie Pringer.
Minster going back to the 2-3 zone now.
It's almost a 1-1-3 with Meyer pressuring out front, but as soon as the ball comes over half court, they drop back into the 2-3, get it to Gingrich at the foul line. Back over to Houts. Houts drives along the left baseline, puts up the shot, no good. Battle for the rebound, and Mary Tiemann comes up with it for Minster. Tiemann, ball poked away by Norwood. Kelly goes to the floor. Erica Meyer up with it. Jumper at the foul line off the front of the rim, and Norwood back into the lane for the rebound. Up quickly to Jill Laughlin, but Erica Meyer, nice defense, snags that.
One-on-one.
And Norwood gets called for the block. Like just the 2nd foul on Kelly, and it'll be a non-shooting foul. Minster with the ball out underneath their own basket. It's the Bulldogs 42, Minster 35, 46 seconds to go in the 3rd quarter. And good defense on the inbounds play by the Bulldogs. Minster whistled for the 5-second violation. Turnover to Celina. Once again, the winner of this game moves into the Ovisco Championship Classic, or Ovisco Classic Championship game with St. Mary's on Monday night here at the field house. Now Gant out front to Norwood. Kelly looks over the defense. I think the Bulldogs will go for one shot here. They're up by 7. Back to Norwood on top. Down to 20 seconds. Norwood drives against Meyer, pulls it back out to Laughlin. Out of Gant. Inside 10 seconds now. Norwood looks to drive, cut off the foul line. Gets it over to Gingrich. Down on the baseline to Houts. Back out to Norwood, poked away by Meyer. Just 0.8 of a second to go, and the Bulldogs will have the ball out by their own, in front of their own bench.
That's good hustle by Meyer, because you know the Bulldogs are looking for Kelly Norwood. Still are. Gonna heave one up. Oh my gosh, it went in. What a shot. She shot it from her hip. Almost like a hook shot, and it went in.
Well, I guess when you're having a good night, shots like that will go, but that'll lift the Bulldogs into a 5-point lead.
That was definitely a 3-pointer. That was out by the timeline.
Yeah, that was about a 23-footer. And that shot puts Celina up at the end of 3, 45-35. Bulldogs with 17 points in the quarter. Minster with 15. Things have heated up offensively after the 1st quarter, but the Bulldogs stay up by 10, 45-35.
I bet Coach Klaus liked that one. After that 88 state tournament game, he'll take all those he can get.
Definitely. Clutch shot by Kelly Norwood. She had to get it off quickly. Just 0.8 of a second on the clock when the Bulldogs had the inbounds play. That gives Kelly 23 points. It's kind of in a personal battle here for scoring honors with Minster's Erica Meyer. Meyer with 21, but did you see anything special the Bulldogs did in that quarter to kind of slow down Erica Meyer? Had 18 points at halftime and just 3 there in the quarter.
Well, I think Stutscholde's whole philosophy that time was let's get the ball inside a little bit more, take some pressure off of Erica, let her do her role as a point guard. Don't put so much pressure on her as the leading scorer. They got the ball inside. It wasn't that Meyer didn't have a chance to do those things. They just finally were looking inside as a team and getting the ball into Pringer.
And Jody Pringer with 10 points in the third quarter. And Minster with the ball to start the fourth, and they'll be called for a travel. Leslie Reithman with the walk out near the foul line. The ball goes over to the Bulldogs. Kanapke out front to Norwood. Now Jody Gant with the ball. Skips it to Norwood down in the corner to Gingrich.
Minster trying that 1-3-1 again.
Houts with the 15-footer off the side of the rim, and Jody Pringer with the rebound. Now Meyer with the long pass out to Jesse Pringer. Pringer with the shot short.
Now that was a shot that should have been made. Erica throws a nice long pass down there almost by herself, heard the footsteps, and just got it in the side of the room.
Ball out of bounds off Celina. Minster with the ball underneath its own basket out to Jesse Pringer. Quickly over to Meyer on the wing, cut off by Kanapke. To Jody Pringer at the foul line. Pringer with the shot. Gets her own rebound, puts up the shot again. That time gets it to roll. And 14 points for Jody Pringer. Celina 45, Minster 37. Norwood over to Gant. Gant shoots it over to Lisa Kanapke. Kanapke drives into the lane, cut off there, but Jody Pringer will be whistled for the foul. That'll be her second. Number 5 on Minster in the half.
Celina just kind of running a motion type offense against that 1-3-1. But the big key is they're getting some penetration off of it, a skip pass and penetrating.
Well, Kanapke was a little uncertain what to do there, I think, and stepped up and took the shot. Didn't hit anything. Nobody touched the ball, so possession to Minster. Meyer working against Lisa Kanapke. Bulldogs in the man-to-man. Now Renee Albers drives to the free throw line, gets it over to Jesse Pringer. Long-range shot, high off the rim. And fighting for the rebound, Leslie Reithman fouls Kelly Norwood. That'll be team foul number 6 of the half on Minster. Next one will send the Bulldogs to the line for the 1-and-1.
Number 38, Angie Addington, back in the game for Jesse Pringer.
For the Bulldogs, Lisa Kanapke, Kelly Houts, Kelly Norwood, Kelly Gingrich, and Jody Gant, original starting lineup. Norwood into the lane, cut off there by Renee Albers, and the foul will be on Albers. For the Wildcats, Leslie Reithman, Erica Meyer, Angie Addington, Jody Pringer, and Renee Albers. Now Albers exits the game. No, she just goes over to the free throw line.
I believe they gave that foul to Angie Addington instead of Albers. Have her up on the board for 2.
I'll say Norwood wasn't shooting, but Bulldogs now on the 1-and-1. That shot up and good by Kelly. Point number 24 for Norwood. It's Kelly with 28 in her last outing against St. Henry, getting close to that mark right now with 6:19 to go here in the fourth quarter. Norwood's second shot up off the back of the rim, and Reithman with the rebound for Minster to Pringer. Ball tipped away by Lisa Kanapke, and it will stay with the Wildcats. Celina 46, Minster 37. The Bulldogs looking to go 7-1 and move into the championship game of the Ovisco Classic on Monday evening. Now Reithman gets it into Meyer. Meyer with the shot from the side of the lane. No good. Rebound by Minster. Addington back to Reithman. Now out to Erica Meyer. Meyer looks inside to Pringer. They collapse on Pringer. Shot short, no good, and Jody Gant with the rebound. Norwood up quickly, stops at the foul line, tosses to Gant. Gant cut off by Pringer, gets the shot off anyway. Little hop there by Jody Gant, kind of got knocked off balance, but put up the shot, and it gets it to go. Bulldogs up by 11.
I think Jenny Wagner thought she had a hand on that ball and was gone the other way.
Pringer with the shot and no good. Now Norwood drives against Pringer. Pringer will get called for the block. Well, it looks like maybe Minster looking inside to Jody Pringer a little bit too much right now, Tom.
Yeah. Celina playing decent defense on her down inside, and she's not able to get her hands clearly on the ball. That's tough for a big person.
And we'll have a timeout by the Wildcats with Celina up 48-37. And once again, we'd like to tell you about our Channel 35 sponsors.
Brunsgant Tom Insurance, Mercer Savings Bank, Celina Wine Store, Pullman Bay, Olding Sports World, Ovisco, Citizens Commercial Bank and Trust, Bob Newting, State Farm Insurance, Society Bank, Paragon Insurance Agency, 3D Music Center, Wolf Tire, Bud Chevy Olds Buick, the Orchard Tree Restaurant, McKernan Brothers Vending and Wholesale, North Shore, Kentucky Fried Chicken, Casa Rodriguez, Stoner TV, Shell Food Mart, Reineke Mitchell, Ford Lincoln Mercury, Huffy Bicycles, Radio Shack of St. Mary's. We'd like to thank all those Channel 35 sponsors.
Well, the Bulldogs up by 11, 48-37. Bulldogs with 3 points here in the fourth.
My partner's having a coughing attack on me. I think we're both sick.
Bulldogs with 3 points in the fourth quarter. Minster with 2. Kelly Norwood will be at the line for 2 shots and a chance to add to her 24-point total on the night. Norwood's first shot. Up and good. I'm not sure if Kelly's missed at the foul line tonight.
No, I have her 4 for 4.
Now she gets the second attempt. That one up and good. 26 points for Kelly Norwood. The Bulldogs up by 13, 50-37, their largest lead of the game. 5:20 to go here in the fourth quarter. Leslie Reithman with the long-range shot.
That's a nice shot.
So just on the three-point line, good for 2. First 2 points of the game for Reithman.
Minster back to the 1-3-1 again. They're trying to change their defense up a little bit.
Well, Hout's trapped on the side, but gets the ball off to Jody Gant. Now to Jill Laughlin out front to Norwood. Norwood gets the screen from Houts, puts up the shot, and good. 28 for Kelly Norwood. Now Meyer over the half-court stripe for Minster. Looks over the defense. Looks like Celina drops back into the 2-3 zone. Yep. Well, I'm not sure, Tom.
Yeah, they stuck with a 2-3. Kelly just followed that one girl down a little bit.
Shot from the right wing by Erica Meyer, and she gets it to go. Now Celina 52, Minster 41. It's kind of fooled a little bit there because it looks like a couple of the Bulldog players were kind of matching up, but Jenny Wagner was in the middle in the zone. So.
Yeah. Well, Jenny Wagner coming out, Kelly Gingrich coming back in the game.
Bulldogs on top by 11 with 4 minutes, 15 seconds to go here in the game. Now Houts on the left wing skips it over to Jill Laughlin. Laughlin gets around Erica Meyer, finds Houts, back to Norwood. And Norwood looks for Jody Gant cutting on the baseline, but the ball goes out of bounds into the press table. Turnover to Minster.
I think those guys had too good of hands down there at that press table.
No, one of them is Don Speck, and I know he doesn't. Now Meyer with the drive to the side of the lane, gets it up off the glass. And Meyer coming alive here offensively again for Minster now with 25. Houts dribbles on the left wing, cut off by Meyer and Reithman. Gets it out to Jody Gant. Gant steps up for the three-pointer. Just a little bit hard, and Jody Pringer with the long rebound. Now Erica Meyer up quickly.
It's about the first one I've seen Gant miss tonight.
Addington with the left-handed shot. Jody Pringer comes down with the rebound. She puts up the follow shot, and draws the foul from, looked like either Jody Gant or Kelly Gingrich. Who will they give it to?
Jody Gant.
Jody Gant.
It's her third.
Jesse Pringer will enter the game for Minster. Leslie Reithman will take a seat. Jody Pringer, the 6-foot senior center for Minster, 14 points here in the game. Got a pair of free throws. And she gets the first one. Just 4 team fouls on Celina, so it'll be 3 more before Minster is in the 1-1. Pringer's second shot. Rolls around the rim and drops. Celina up by 7, 52-45. 3 minutes, 6 seconds to go here in the 4th quarter, and the Bulldogs get called for a travel. The pass just a little bit out in front of Kelly Houts. Mentioned it with a chance to cut into Celina's lead again. Well, just about a minute ago, the Bulldogs were up by 13. Now it's down to 7. Jessie Pringer, Bulldogs give her a lot of room until she gets to the side of the lane. Back out to Brandewee. Brandewee takes the shot along the baseline and gets that one to go. Celina 52, Minster 47. Bulldog lead down to 5. 2:39 to go in the final period.
That was a nice move down at the other end. Little hesitation dribble. Norwood went out to get her, and she just drove right around her.
Pass over to Laughlin. She drives and cut off by Angie Addington, and Addington gets her with the knee.
I don't know. I think that's a cheap foul. I mean, here we are, we're getting to the end of the game, and just clipped her a little bit.
But it throws off the player who's in possession of the ball.
Yeah. I'm for keeping it consistent throughout the game.
Anyway, Joe Laughlin to the line for the 1-and-1. First one off, and Jody Pringer down with the rebound. Now Erica Meyer gets it up quickly to Brandewee. Back out on top to Meyer for the 3-pointer. Hits short, and Laughlin comes up with the loose ball behind her back and over half court.
Well, the Minster fans getting ready to celebrate for that 3. It just didn't quite fall.
Meyer comes up with the steal. Wildcats looking for the advantage. She drives on Penorwood, gets the shot up off the glass and good. Celina lead down to 3. Bulldogs 52, Minster 49. Inside 2 minutes to go in the game, and the Bulldogs will call a timeout.
I tell you, Meyer just doing a whale of a job again.
Meyer with 27 and Jody Pringer with 16. They're keeping the Minster Wildcats in it. Kelly Penorwood with 28, Jody Gant with 12. Not too long ago, Tom, the Bulldogs were up 50-37. Now we're inside 2 minutes, and it's a 52-49 game. Still belongs to anybody.
Well, Minster Wildcats just hustling, getting some turnovers. I think that 1-3-1's causing Celina a little bit of problem here. I think the 1-3-1 for Minster right now is better than their 2-3. Of course, they can't set back in that 2-3. We're getting towards the end of the game, and they're behind. They got to catch up. So the 1-3-1 putting a little bit more pressure, putting Erica Myers out top. And like I said before, she's just a hustler. She's going to go and she's going to trap on the corners, and she's going to be flying through those passing lanes looking for the steal. And the last 2 times, been able to connect on those steals.
Well, so far the first and third quarters have belonged to the Bulldogs. The second and fourth have been Minster's. Celina trying to hold on here now, up by 3 with 1:45 to go in the game. Kelly Penorwood in control over to Lisa Knapke. The Bulldogs working out front. Norwood still with the ball, looks inside. Gets it out on top to Knapke. Erica Meyer pulled way out front, pressuring the ball, and she comes up with the steal.
Knapke just gave it to her, put the ball out in front, and lost control. Celina trying to be patient there, killing some time off the clock and working for the good shot, but just mishandled the ball.
Minster looking for the upset. Renee Albers with the drive. Ball spins around the rim and no good, and Kelly Penorwood comes up with a loose ball on the floor.
Well, that was a good box out by the whole Bulldog team that time.
Well, big possession here for the Bulldogs as we're down to a minute. Celina up by 3, 52-49. Now Houts gets it over to Knapke in the corner to Penorwood. Out front to Houts. Kelly pulls it back out. Over to Knapke. To Norwood. Kelly just inside the line. Shot too hard. Kelly House runs it down. Now to Norwood, drives the lane. Shot off the glass and good. 38 seconds to go. Celina up by 5. Erica Meyer with the ball. 3-point attempt. Rolls off the rim, and Norwood with another rebound. Now the clock, Celina's big enemy. It's the Bulldogs up by 5. And the foul, Erica Meyer against Kelly Norwood.
A couple big rebounds on both ends there.
And a timeout by Minster. I believe just 25 seconds to go on our fieldhouse clocks. Once we go to timeouts, they start counting down that timeout. But the Bulldogs up by 5. Last trip down. Big possession by the Bulldogs as Kelly Norwood picked up the loose ball. Everybody was kind of pulled out for the long rebound, and when Kelly got it and drove, it was wide open, put the ball off the glass for her 29th and 30th points. I'm not real sure, Tom, but I think that's probably a career high for Kelly.
I would think so.
And the Bulldogs have needed every one of those 30 tonight to now hold a 5-point lead on Minster.
Well, you know, if Coach Klaus is going to keep Kelly in the last 3-4 minutes of the game, he needs her in there for a reason.
And she'll be at the line when we come back to live action here for a pair of shots, or at least a 1-and-1. And chance to kind of ice it away here. Celina up by 5, 54-49. 25 seconds to go.
You can talk a lot about Norwood, but I tell you, down here at the other end, Kelly Gingrich is working her little buns off, boxing out, and that allowed Norwood to get a rebound on the other end. And then Kelly Houts down on the offensive end, boxing out, getting the rebound, and dishing to Norwood.
Well, Kelly misses from the foul line for the first time, and Jody Pringer got the rebound, but she'll be called for a travel, which doesn't really please the Minster bench too much. But nevertheless, the ball will go over to the Bulldogs underneath their own basket. 23.5 seconds to go. They're up by 5. Kelly Houts with the ball at the foul line, pulls it back out. Meyer pokes it away. Now into Gant. Norwood at the top. She'll wait, get the foul on Jamie Brandewie. And Norwood will go back to the line for the 1-and-1. Now just 15 seconds to go.
Well, not the girl you want to foul, Kelly Norwood, but they didn't have a choice. Bulldogs pulled it out, got it back into her hands. She says, come and get me, folks. I want to go back to the line.
Well, it's been a great effort here by the Minster Wildcats in the second game. They've been down all the way, but they've fought back and fought back. Added to. Well, the Celina Bulldogs pull out a 56-52 win over Minster here in the second game of the Wysco Classics opening night here at Celina Fieldhouse. The Bulldogs improving to 7-1 on the season, and they drop Minster to 1-5. Celina will move into the championship game on Monday evening against the St. Mary's Rough Riders. The undefeated St. Mary's got a win in tonight's first game, 67-45 over Edgerton. That puts the Riders and the Bulldogs, the Western Buckeye League opponents, into the championship game, a rematch of last year's game in which the Bulldogs won. In tonight's contest, Celina led all the way, but it was a hard-fought game right down to the end as the Bulldogs took a 15-6 lead after one quarter. It was Celina up 28-20 at halftime. The Bulldogs were on top 45-35 at the end of 3 periods. The Celina Bulldogs took a 50-37 lead in the fourth quarter, but Minster cut it down to 52-49. Had a chance to cut into the lead even farther, but Kelly Norwood went to the line for Celina and iced the win away as the Bulldogs pick up the 4-point victory, 56-52. And now we'll go to Tom Hainline for a look at tonight's scoring.
Well, Jill Laughlin for the Lady Bulldogs had 6 points and 3 rebounds. Kelly Houts, 3 points and 2 rebounds, 2 fouls also. Lisa Knapke, 2 points on the night, 2 fouls. Kelly Norwood, the big scorer tonight, 32 points. She was 7 of 8 from the free throw line. She had a total of 11 rebounds and 2 fouls. Kelly Gingrich with 1 point on the night, 2 fouls and 2 rebounds. Jody Gant, the other scorer, big scorer tonight for Celina, 12 points, and I believe she probably only missed one shot all night. She had 7 rebounds and 3 fouls, and Jenny Wagner had 1 foul. That's a total of 56 points. For the Minster Lady Wildcats, Angie Addington, 2 rebounds and 3 fouls, no points. Renee Albers, 4 rebounds, 3 fouls, 2 points. Jamie Brandewee, 1 foul, 1 rebound, 2 points. Erica Meyer, their big scorer tonight, 30 points for Erica Meyer, and she had 3 fouls. Jody Pringer, their other big scorer, she had a total of 9 rebounds and 2 fouls and a total of 16 points. Leslie Reithman had 2 points and 2 fouls, and Mary Tiemann had 0 points and 1 rebound. So that rounds up Minster with 52 total points.
I thought there were a couple of big keys to the Bulldog win here tonight, Tom. At first was Celina coming out and hitting from the outside against Minster's zone defense. And then the second was Kelly Panorwood. Yes, she came up with 11 big rebounds, but Minster came in with a bigger team than Celina, and most of the time the other 4 Bulldogs had their players blocked off the boards. And Kelly picked most of her rebounds up off the floor.
Exactly.
So Celina doing a real good fundamental job on the boards tonight, hitting from the outside, and they come up with a victory.
Well, there's much more to be said for the game of basketball than scoring, and the people that aren't scoring for the Bulldogs are working hard in other ways. And Kelly Gingrich is just doing a super job. Every time I see her play, she's out there gritting her teeth. The job